Well, I'm joined now by Rod McKenzie, the Managing Director of Policy at the Road Haulage Association. Thank you for talking to us. Richard Burnett, your Chief Executive, have just been in a meeting with Michael Gove. What more can you tell us?
Well, Caroline, this was a much more productive meeting with Michael Gove. He's been on the record as having a go at us for saying that we weren't the most helpful trade association he's ever dealt with over the Brexit negotiations. Well, we found him much more engaging and willing to listen to us today. And in fact, we ran out of time because there's a lot to discuss, and he's agreed to meet with us again next week to go through the nitty-gritty of the many, many things that need to be sorted out.
And the Prime Minister said that road hauliers should get ready. Are they ready?
Well, they're not ready, and business in general isn't ready, but this shouldn't be a blame game that traders have messed this up by simply not preparing. The difficulty is you can only prepare for what you know you have to prepare for. And the government issued something called a border operating model in June last year. It wasn't very clear, had lots of gaps in. The traders that tried to get ready based on that realized they couldn't do it. And so the government had another go last week, issued another border operating model, which is better. But of course, we've got 50 days to go. So this is hardly a triumph of government planning, and it's a bit rich to turn around and blame traders and hauliers for not being ready when the basic machinery was not in place for them to engage with.
Was Michael Gove at all helpful on exactly what more you needed to do?
Well, he was listening, and that was helpful. There are three things we really need to deal with. One is a clarity of process. How will the borders work, deal or no deal? Does the IT systems, there are at least 8 different IT systems, do they work? They're all brand new. We don't know whether they talk to each other. And are there enough agents, customs agents, hired to do the customs processes? There will be 220 million customs forms to fill in that we've never had to do before. So we would need 50,000 customs agents to do that. And at the moment in the UK, there are only about 5,000. So to say they'll be overworked would be an understatement.
And there are now, by my reckoning, 10 weeks or so left. Is that enough time to prepare?
Well, I don't think it's possible to have a very good outcome. Most serious IT systems need a couple of years worth of work. The IT systems we're talking about are brand new, and they're not really fully functional. We don't know whether they'll talk to each other. So it's a big worry. I suppose what we're in the business now of trying to do is damage limitation. Business is facing a historic whammy of difficult circumstances. Recovering from the first wave of COVID, dealing with the second, which you've just been reporting, and now massive uncertainty over the UK's trading relationship with the EU. It kind of couldn't be worse. So we desperately all need to pull together to keep Britain trading in January next year. And it's regrettable that do this.
And how concerned are you about the potential impact on jobs within your sector?
Well, I think there are all sorts of different pressures on jobs, as you know. We're reporting problems with COVID and partial lockdowns in different areas and all the rest of it. I suppose what is true about haulage is that even at the height of COVID, lorries were still rolling down the roads, even if nothing else was, supplying all the things we need in Britain, because just about everything we have comes on the back of a lorry at some point. So lorry drivers are very valuable, and lorries are much needed to support the economy. The difficulty will be if those lorries can't get across the border and onto the continent next year and back the other way in terms of importing, then we're going to notice an impact in our daily lives.
Rod McKenzie of the Road Haulage Association, thank you.